warm up. If you're standing, you can put your feet apart. Nice base here for the pelvic area. And just bend the knees. Of course, the ankles are also bending. And bend the knees. And a little bit wider. And bend the knees. Make sure they're not over the toes. All right. I think they call this a horse stance. In Qigong. And we're going to move through the water, because we're going to be talking about elements today. We're going to move through the water and warm up a little bit. You can do this seated, of course. And we're going to think about the creases. The crease right here, and there's these joints that the leg comes into the pelvic area. There's almost a rubber band kind of thing that holds it all together. I'm going to think about loosening this up. We're just going to bend forward. Breathing. And again, breathing. Dropping the tailbone if you're standing. And again, breathing. And let's reach to the right and the left, the right and the left, and to the corner. And let's push some of the negative energy down. Just press it down, really press it down, get it out of your life. Maybe you want to press it up and out. Nice big breath. We're going to circle the hips. You can start small. And maybe a little wider. And change directions. If you're standing, put the weight on your left foot or one of your feet and pick up the other foot. And all we're going to do, this is called the pelvic flow, and it's supposed to wake up everything for you. So just drop. And come back up slowly. Raise your arms, come to the center, and change feet. And drop. It's important that you come back up and center before you turn. We are warming up the base of the spine, as well as all these other organs are coming alive. The blood is pumping, the oxygen is flowing. And as I learned in one of the workshops, our bones have electricity that they send out and take back in. Keep breathing. Neutral. Nice breath. Let's look to the right, put our palms out. Come back to center and bend the knees. Look to the left. And come back to the center and bend the knees. Now combine the breath. Breathe out. Come back and breathe in. And out. And in. This is called the owl. All right, let's just give ourselves a little shake. Shake what we've been sitting on, if we're sitting, and just shake it off. There. Good morning. I would like to share with you a little bit of what stuck with me from the Sacred Dance Guild conference that was held at the end of July and the 1st of August. And one of the things, I took a workshop with John West, and his theme was step within the past, step with the past into the future. And one of the things that he talked about and demonstrated was the one step forward, two step back dance. Logically, we would think that we would never move forward, but that is not the case. You actually do move forward, but very slowly. And I was thinking about John Lewis, because of course his funeral was last week, and thinking about good trouble and how long it takes to progress in a nonviolent way to change the culture and bring about social justice. So I would like to share with you that dance and a couple of other dances. And but before we start, you can do this seated or stand up. I would just like to take a nice big breath and exhale. And inhale. And exhale. One more time. So this ritual dance simply starts with a step forward. You put all your weight on that front foot. And if you have a project that you're involved in, then you do put your all into it. And there are many times when you have to take a pause, when you would have to take a step back and pause, and maybe you would actually have to not do the project for a while, or go on to another project. So it's a metaphor for life in itself, I think. So let me show you how you do progress with this dance. So, one step forward, two steps back. 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 And it is done in a circle, in the sacred circle. Many of the dances that are over 2,000 years old that were choreographed by women are circle dances. Can you still see me, dear? And most of them are very simple. And that is, I think, is not an accident. So that you can meditate as you are doing these dances, and also so that everyone can be involved. If you are doing this seated, I think you will get the same feeling that you can move forward. If you have rollers on your chair, desk chair, or if you happen to be in a quilt chair. Also, I find this very helpful as a meditative practice in the morning. You can put on some nice soft music and And so that's one of the dances that I wanted to share with you. There's another one that is very simple. It is a circle dance. And we're going to play like that we're holding on to each other's arms, and that we are in a big circle, and we are women in a square. Perhaps we were close to a fountain in a town square, and it's festival day, and we are going to dance together. Very simple dance, 2 steps. You'll be going clockwise, so 2 steps. Again. The 3rd time you will take a step and cross over. And this is repeated. Four times, and then there is a sway. And this sway is very important. As you can see, I am open, my pelvic area is open, and I'm balanced, and the rocking motion is very important when you think about how this is the base of support for our spine and our legs, and for all the chakra energy, that this is very important, that this is kept open and healthy. And of course, that's where we can have a child can develop and we can give birth. So, as we continue, it's just as simple as I said. You'll just do the step, step, and step over together. And step, step, step over. And this is repeated, as I said, 4 times until there is a sway. Sometimes they come into the middle. They'll step forward, and step forward, and step over, and sway. So many of these dances, as I said, they're very, very simple. They are made for ritual. And many of the elders are actually the best dancers. But anybody who would be new to this village could join in, and there wouldn't have to be any prep time. They wouldn't have to learn the dance per se before they got into the circle. Everyone would be welcomed. Now I'd like to demonstrate the dance 1 step forward, 2 steps back. You'll be taking 1 step forward, putting all your weight on that leg, on that foot, and then taking 2 steps back and repeating. As you can see, when you step forward, you transfer all the weight. And you can think of this metaphorically in the fact that when we're working on some kind of new creation, project, whatever, we put all our energy into it, all our concentration into it. And then there's a problem. And we have to think about it for a little bit and regroup a little bit. And sometimes we have to actually stop the project and redirect our energy someplace else. So it's sort of a life lesson, and it also is very, when done in a circle, the sacred circle, it is very, to me, it brings about this feeling that, okay, I have to be patient, but as I work through, as I continue to move through my life creatively, that eventually I do progress, and that I am giving to the world, and the world is giving back to me. So let us just try to do this one time, a couple times around the circle. This is 1 step forward and 2 steps back. And 1 step forward and 2 steps back. this side are going clockwise, as most of the circle dances are done. And they are kept simple so that anyone may join the dance, including the elderly, who are very respected and are usually the best dancers. So you see, it actually is not as slow as you might think. It may seem illogical, but actually these times where we have to regroup are necessary. The shifting of our attention, of our weight, of all of our intellectual and physical powers is important, that we know how to do that we know how to adapt to thrive. We must adapt to thrive, even in this environment where we are socially distanced. Hello, another thing that I would like to share with you that was a workshop, the Cherokee Nation, and she shared their medicine wheel. And so I'm going to move forward so that the camera can catch the medicine wheel. As you can see, it talks about the elements, and it starts at the east, goes south, west, and north, follows the sun clockwise, and the different colors for each. So the first one is red for the east, white for the south, black for the west, and blue for the north. Understand this is only Cherokee that I'm referring to. Okay. So, I'm going to pick up my card here. Let us inhale and exhale one more time. Let us inhale grace and exhale gratitude. And exhale gratitude. Inhale grace and exhale gratitude. Again. And exhale gratitude. All right. The Cherokees believe that all things, all living things are sacred, and that all things are in fact alive. So when they talk about the east, the direction of east, they also think about the element of fire. They think about birth, passion, and spiritual medicine. And along with that, perhaps might be ashes. That's my thinking. I'm not sure about that. South refers to white, and the earth, the element of earth. We think of children, peace, renewal, and natural medicine such as plants and herbs. West, to the left, excuse me, is black on the color wheel, and it refers to the element of water, adulthood, strength, and also all the water qualities that you can think of, which of course you may have a rippling brook, you may have a pond that moves not at all, you could have a waterfall, you could have thunder and lightning storm with water going everywhere. So it can be forceful, it can be dangerous, it can be peaceful, it can be the rolling waves, of course, are very peaceful. So water has a lot of different qualities. North is yellow. It refers to air, and it also refers to elderly wisdom. And so it also refers to this stage of life where we are giving back. And of course, their elders are respected in the Cherokee culture. And so this is their time to be there, be around family, and give back wisdom. There's also the directions of up and down and all around, which we have to consider. So let me show you this dance. People of the East, people of the South, we are one. People of the West, people of the North, we are one. People of the East, people of the South, people of the West, people of the North, we are one. People of the East, people of the South, we are one. People of the West, people of the North, we are one. People of the East, we asked blessings. People of the South, we ask blessings. People of the West, we ask blessings. People of the North, we ask blessings. We are one. To close, I would like to read out of Earth Prayers from Around the World, 365 Prayers, Poems, and Invocations for Honoring the Earth. It's edited by Elizabeth Roberts and Elias Emmerden. This poem is by Nancy Wood. A long time I have lived with you, and now we must be going separately to be together. Perhaps I shall be the wind to blur your smooth waters, so that you do not see your face too much. Perhaps I shall be the star to guide your uncertain wings, so that you have direction in the night. Perhaps I shall be fire to separate your thoughts, so that you do not give up. Perhaps I shall be rain to open up the earth, so that your seed may fall. Perhaps I shall be the snow to let your blossoms sleep, so that you may bloom in the spring. Perhaps I shall be the stream to play a song on the rock, so that you are not alone. Perhaps I shall be a new mountain, so that you always have a home.